Baltimore Ravens head into their Week 13 matchups after a heartbreaking loss to the Jacksonville Jaguars. Another quarter-blown lead, another collapse by this team on both sides of the ball, offense and defense. But it's time to move forward. It's time for Week 13, your preview and prediction here on the Flex Zone Podcast YouTube channel. Only place giving you your sports how you want when you need it. Go ahead, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit that bell. God's favorite host here to break it all down, give you my keys and prediction for Ravens victory against the Denver Broncos this Sunday. We're getting ready to go live, y'all. Let's get to it. What's up, Flex Zone family? God's favorite host, the host of the Moist, back here for a Week 13 preview. Can you guys believe it? Already in Week 13, the NFL season is heading into its last month plus as we get ready for the playoff push. And of course, the beginning of the last month of 2022 as we are now in December. Hope your year has been going well and it will get better before it ends. But if you're watching this right now, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell. Give me your predictions down below for the Ravens, Broncos, Week 13 matchup. I'll give you mine shortly, but got the keys, got the prediction. Obviously, we know what happened last week. A tumultuous week. We know it's more media, more speculation, more pontification when this team loses, and the way they've lost a lot this year has been by blowing double-digit fourth-quarter leads. We've seen it against various teams. We can go down the list. Offense not being able to convert red zone touchdowns, settling for field goals, penalties, defensively not being able to get timely stops, get off the field on third down, stop teams in the red zone from scoring touchdowns, and even giving up those big plays and getting consistent pressure on the quarterback when you need it most, not blitzing as much as we've seen Ravens teams in years past. Lamar missing throws, drop passes by receivers, terrible decisions in special teams with returning the football, turnovers with fumbling. Lamar has thrown some unneeded interceptions the past few weeks as well. This team struggled against Carolina after the bye, only put up 13 points. Go to Jacksonville, start out red hot, field goal after field goal after field goal after field goal, and still somehow find themselves in a position to win the game at the end. Justin Tucker didn't bail them out this time, but that hopefully is a wake-up call to let them know that Justin Tucker cannot absolve all of their sins. Lamar, we know, has to play better. We know the reaction that he gave on Twitter after the game. I'm not going to kick this man while he's down. He has great character. He is a great leader. I do think the contract is kind of weighing on him, but I hope this can help to turn the corner where he can get to being the Lamar we saw the first month of the season, and he can put this behind him and have a great, strong December, January heading into the playoffs. As the Ravens still are virtually in first place in the AFC North with the head-to-head win over the Bengals, who are red hot. But I'm a glass half full guy. I'm an optimistic guy. 7-4, I'll take it right now because this team could be undefeated. This team could have one or two losses, but this team also could be the reverse of their record at 4-7, if you really think about it. Lamar Jackson covers a multitude of sins because this pathetic, putrid offense that is being run, it's out of sync, it's out of rhythm. We don't have many playmakers on the outside. Outside of Mark Andrews, you don't have much. The offensive line is pretty good, but we saw Ronnie Stanley get hurt. Looks like he may be back this week. He wasn't on the injury report. Kyle Hamilton looks to be back this week because, boy, does the defense need him with his ability to be flexible, versatile, and make plays and have that speed in the defensive backfield. Marcus Williams, J.K. Dobbins back at practice. Looks like they'll be back within maybe the next 2 to 3 weeks. We'd love to have Marcus Williams back against Pittsburgh, maybe J.K. Dobbins. Because J.K. Dobbins is a playmaker. And if he's fully healthy and fully J.K., which I don't know will be this year, he is a playmaker that you have to account for. He is a home run hitter, and as is Marcus Williams, who was leading the team in interceptions before his untimely injury and probably would have been the defensive MVP by far. But the Ravens coming to this game against the Broncos. We know the Broncos have struggled. We know that Russ telling people let's ride and all his goofy things of high knees on the plane to London and some of the sound bites he's had. We know Russ isn't the most swaggerific guy. He has some Carlton Banks in him, and that's what I call him, or as our good friend D calls him, Victor Wilson from the stories, the soap operas. But the Ravens have to come into this game focused. I don't want to call this game a must-win, but it is a very important game to what they're trying to accomplish, which is win this division. The Ravens would love to get back in the win column here because next week they have a tough trip to Pittsburgh, a game that I'm worried about, and still have to play Cleveland in Cleveland as well. Deshaun Watson is back, excuse me. But let's get to my keys to the game as I'm looking at this game. First and foremost, offensively, you got to get off to a good start. Don't give this team hope. They only have 3 wins. Now, most of their losses have not been by more than a touchdown. And I do think Denver's defense is very solid, very underrated, even after trading their best player, Bradley Chubb. They don't blitz a lot. They rush 4, drop 7 in the coverage. We've seen Jacksonville do that last week. So the Ravens are going to have to get off to a good start and find ways to move the ball against this defense. I do think it'll be tough. I think it'll be a close game overall, which I'll get to in my prediction. But get off to a good start. Don't give them hope. Establish the run. They're not very good against the run. They're a lot better against the pass with their defensive backs, but they're not good against the run. Give Gus the ball. Last week it feels like he didn't get the ball enough. Give Gus Edwards the ball. Give Justice Hill more carries, please. Please, especially if J.K. Dobbins isn't back yet. Second, avoid third and long. Offensively, we don't want third and long. We don't have many playmakers to convert these. We saw the big play to Deshaun Jackson last week. But outside of that, plays over 20 yards, big plays, I'm sure the Ravens are at the bottom part of the league, and they need to avoid third and long. That constitutes good first downs, good second down plays to get second, third, and manageable, where this team can utilize their offensive prowess of running the football, of using Lamar's legs to convert on third down. Next, score touchdowns in the red zone. They have to stop with this field goal game. 3 points, you can't trade 3 for 7. If you get to the red zone, you need to punch it in. I would like to see more creative play calls by the red zone. Use some crossing routes, use some pick plays, use some opportunities for Lamar like you saw in New Orleans, a scramble and run with his legs, or an option to throw to a wide open receiver. Probably will have Likely back this week. That should help as well in the red zone. I want to see Charlie Kohler. Does David Ajabo even debut this week? Speaking of debuts, I forgot to mention last week, Kohler could help greatly in the red zone, and Ajabo on defenses I'll get to in a second with the pass rush. Lamar, got to make the layups. Got to make the layups, Lamar. We know you want to get paid. You deserve to get paid. You are valuable to this offense. But got to make those layups. That first pass, second pass of the game to DeMarcus Robinson. We've seen him miss some throws to Duvernay. We've seen him miss some throws to Tylan Wallace. He did have a lot of drops. Make the layups, Lamar. Make the layups. You made a great slam dunk to Deshaun Jackson. Make more plays like that. Put some air on that deep ball and convert some of these throws I know you can make. Just relax. Take it easy. Breathe in, breathe out. Use your mechanics and use your fundamentals. And lastly, catch the football. Andrews drops, Oliver drops, Duvernay drops, Robinson drops. Ricard, stop throwing him on third down. Catch the football. Just catch the football. Do what you're paid to do. It's not going to be easy every time you're going to cross the middle because the Ravens throw a lot to the middle, but catch the football. And I think the receivers are going to have to catch the football and tight ends because this defense is going to be tough to move the ball a bit against and get big-time plays. They're going to have to make contested catches and do it consistently. Defensively, unleash. Mike McDonald, we see you do different types of things. You play a lot more zone than we're used to here in Baltimore. And I'm not against the zone because I do think the blitz on defense is one of the easier defenses to score and move the ball against, especially if you have a knowledgeable quarterback, can get the ball out quick, and some guys that can catch on the outside. Blitz a little bit more, especially when you have a lead. Don't just sit back in coverage. Bring pressure, be aggressive, make them have to react, be a reactive defense. Be proactive. Don't be reactive is what I mean to say. Make them have to react to what you're doing. Bring pressure. Bring heat on them. Get them out of their rhythm. Jam the receivers at the line. Bring some 6, 7-man pressures. Do some exotic changes of guys dropping back, guys blitzing. Do those different things. Create some pressure. Maybe blitz a little bit more because I think there's opportunity for this team to get some pressure on Russell Wilson. Next, make them one-dimensional. They have Latavius Murray. They cut Melvin Gordon. He had a good week last week. Don't let them run the ball down your throat. Don't let them control the clock and play your game and keep your offense on the sideline, tire your defense out. Make them have to throw the ball. They have some injuries to some of their receivers. Make them throw the ball. Help out your offense. That means get a turnover. Possibly even a defensive touchdown, which I think will be needed in this game to help get the win. Don't put your offense in a bad position. Get off the field on third down is the next key I have, but help out your offense. Get a turnover. Get them some great field position. Get them a touchdown, as I think they will do. Get off the field. Don't be on the field on third down. Don't be on the field on the red zone, giving up touchdowns, third and longs. Get off the field. And last but not least, the back end has to hold up. Marcus Peters, Brandon Stevens, you guys got to find the football. Marlon Humphrey had a hell of a game, but Chuck Clark, Geno Stone, Like I said, the reemergence of having Kyle Hamilton back should help them out. David Ajabo may make his debut this week. That should help out the defense. Justin Houston, let's see what you got. They were chipping and blocking you a lot. Let's do it. Oweh, I'm calling you out. We need you. Calais Campbell, get that 100th sack and get it over with and move forward so we can get that celebration and you can keep playing hard. Matabike, Washington. Come on, guys. Get some pressure and help the back end out by getting some pressure. And guys on the back end, know your assignments. We know the Ravens want to play some man. Don't let these receivers just run free. Put some hands on them and have some help over the top. Special teams, smart returns. Duvernay, you had a stupid return last week where you bought the ball out of the end zone and got the ball to like the 8. You're a Pro Bowl, all-pro returner. You don't have to do that. Take the knee, get the ball to 25, give your offense an ample amount of space to work with. And last but not least, field position. There's going to be a field position. I think defensive game, punts are okay. Jordan Style, you're having a hell of a rookie year. Looks like they made the right decision drafting you in the 4th round out of Penn State and replacing Sam Cook with you as he retired. Yes, great job. Again, Ravens and Eric DeCosta on that special teams. Chris Horton does a hell of a job. We know Harbaugh, his special teams prowess. Punts are okay in this game. Again, let's go down the list. Offensively, get off to a good start. Don't give them hope. Avoid 3rd and long. Score touchdowns in the red zone. Lamar make the layups. Catch the football. Defensively, unleash. Blitz a little more. Make them one-dimensional. Help out your offense. Get off the field. Hold up on the back end. Smart returns on special teams and field position. Punts are okay. My prediction, I picked against the Ravens once this year. As you guys know, if you watch these videos, I'm going to pick the Ravens again. They probably should have won last week, in my opinion. Probably should have won most of these games, honestly. Like I said, they shouldn't have probably more than 1 or 2 losses, in my opinion. But I'm going with the Ravens in a defensive struggle, 20-17. Ravens 20, Broncos 17. I do think they make it close. They don't lose a lot of games by big margins. I'm going Ravens 20, Broncos 17. I don't think it'll be a last-second situation. I think the Ravens defense will hold out. But I think the Broncos will make a late push. But I think the Ravens will get out to a good start, get some points, get a touchdown on defense, and I think Lamar will lead at least 1 touchdown drive. Justin Tucker will do what he does. The weather should be pretty good for kicking on Sunday as well. But let me know your predictions down below. Again, I'm going with the Ravens to get a win, get back on the winning track, and move to 8-4 with a 20-17 win over the Broncos. Don't forget, we are your official place on YouTube, on the internet. Hit that bell. Hit that like button. Leave a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button. That all your Ravens content. You know we'll be live after the Ravens and Broncos game. The official Ravens show here on the YouTube channel. Only thing giving you your sports how you want to read it. Going with the Ravens 20-17 over the Broncos. Let me know your predictions down in the comments. Only thing giving you your sports how you want to read it. My favorite host now will see you Sunday. Post game show of Ravens and Broncos. Let's go fly. Get up, baby. Peace.